You can believe what the fuck you want, but I know that there is another me somewhere in another timeline that has lost her can of fucking raviolis and is losing her shit.
So a man who claimed to be from the year 2036 named the exact organization that said they were going to do the exact thing at the exact time. And then they did it.
Like, are the realities going to start going back to normal? Like, are the different times that people are finding like glitches in the matrix, is that going to slow down?
Have you noticed the timing of everything happening this week? It's really weird. We've got Mercury going into retrograde and a full moon.
Do you see how fucking small this is? See how fucking small that is? I have ADHD. I don't have that kind of ADHD. I have the hummingbird kind of ADHD. I cannot sit and focus on this. So, where the fuck did this come from?
I'm about to show you that we all live in a simulation.
Hey babes, I'm Unique D and I'm so happy you are here with me. We are back for another video. I am so ready for this one. Yesterday they turned off CERN, so there should be a lot of good videos today. They believe a lot of these glitches in the matrix occur because of CERN. So we're going to watch a couple videos about CERN and then we're going to dive into some glitch in the matrix videos. But before we do, myself and the algorithm would love if you would watch the video from start to finish and leave a like if you enjoy. And then if you get to the end and say, hey, I like it here, I may want to come back and hang out again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Of course, I have my rice coffee today. It's in my alien mug. Can you guys see the little green aliens? And the back of it says, the claw is our master. So I was talking to my cousin yesterday and she mentioned something that I didn't even realize about this past week, that all the dates were palindromes. It's been said that a lot of weird things have been occurring just because of that alone.
CERN is a laboratory in Switzerland, and they believed that they could recreate the Big Bang Theory in a laboratory in order to learn more about humanity and civilization and how we all came to be. So the theory is that when the Big Bang happened, there was a collide between matter and antimatter. And when they came together, it annihilated and created like this huge flash of light, energy. And with that, humanity and civilization was born. God said, let there be light, and so it was. The aftermath of that is that there is far more matter in the universe than there is antimatter. But these crazy people, the physicists, believe that there should be equal parts antimatter and matter in the universe. And they even believe that they can create entire universes off of just antimatter. And when I say created, but what is antimatter? It's negative energy. And the last time they turned that particle accelerator on was April 22nd, 2022. And ever since then, all hell has been breaking loose.
Have you noticed the timing of everything happening this week? It's really weird. We've got Mercury going into retrograde and a full moon. So our emotions already can feel heightened, dreams can be pretty vivid, weird. And then today we've got CERN shutting down as it undergoes major upgrades. Now, before I go any further, this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. And, well, CERN. There are so many theories circulating online right now, and some people believe that CERN is simply a scientific machine studying particle physics. Others believe it's connected to timelines, consciousness, dimensions, or even opening gateways. There is no credible evidence that it's changing timelines or releasing entities, but those ideas have definitely been talked about. And personally, I haven't had a great feeling about this machine. Maybe it's the size of it and the scale of it. It's like, what am I looking at? Maybe it's what it represents, or maybe it's simply my intuition.
They turned off the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, and now I see things out the corner of my eyes. I'm not crazy because I commented this somewhere else, and everybody, I mean numbers on the comment. Are you seeing things out the corner of your eyes? How many of us are doing this or feeling this?
June the 29th, 6 a.m., we switch off the Large Hadron Collider for 4 years. We're replacing about 1.2 kilometers of the 27-kilometer ring with the high luminosity LHC magnets. This will give us a machine that's 10 times brighter than the Large Hadron Collider, 10 times more data. So it really is an opportunity to explore the universe in a way we haven't done before.
John Teeter showed up on the internet in 1998 and claimed CERN would crack time travel using miniature black holes. And not eventually, and not vaguely, He named CERN specifically. And I don't know, that seems unsafe. But, I'm just a medium. I do have questions though. And then in 2012, CERN fired up the Large Hadron Collider, announced they were creating miniature black holes, and then found what they called the God particle. So a man who claimed to be from the year 2036 named the exact organization that said they were going to do the exact thing at the exact time. And then they did it. In what world is that not worth talking about? And then 2012 is also the same year everybody started collectively feeling like time was speeding up. Not because we're getting older, not because we're more stressed. It's collective. It's documented. It's global. Earth's electromagnetic frequency, which is called the Schumann resonance, has been sitting at 7.83 hertz since we basically started measuring it. Then 2012 happened, and it starts spiking to 36 hertz and higher. And scientists are still not entirely sure why. They kind of just moved on from that. That's scary. And then the Mandela effect started kicking in. More people started noticing them. There were more examples of them. More documented cases of misremembering of realities that all accelerated in 2012. The same year CERN found the God particle. The same year they admitted they were making black holes. The same year a man from 1998 said this would start happening. I'm not saying those things are connected. I'm also not saying those things are connected.
All right, let's get into some of these glitches in the Matrix.
Not going crazy. I repeat, you are not going crazy. This is purely for entertainment purposes only, but what timeline are we on? I'm seeing all these videos of people getting multiple items that they know they only have one of. Let's say this plug right here, this charger, and then all of a sudden they've got two of them. Something's going on with their timeline.
CERN is turning off the Large Hadron Collider on June 29th, and I need to know what that means. I need to know what's going to happen when they turn that machine off, because quite literally, I do believe that that is the reason why we have Mandela effects, at least a part of it. And I also believe that is the reason why people are seeing glitches in the Matrix. Like, I think that CERN was trying to collide particles, and then something happened. Maybe it created a black hole that we literally got sucked inside of. And then because quantum immortality, we literally just kept living life as if the world didn't end. But something happened to where there's shifting with realities. And so the fact that they're turning it off on June 29th, I need to know exactly what that means. Like, why June 29th? Why the day when there's a full moon, and also the day that Mercury is going into retrograde? And Mercury's going into retrograde in Cancer, and the moon represents the sign Cancer, or Cancer is represented by the moon. I need to know what's going on. Like, are the realities going to start going back to normal? Like, are the different times that people are finding like glitches in the Matrix, is that going to slow down? Are the Mandela effects going to like reverse themselves? Like, I just want to know exactly what's going to happen with this. I want to know exactly why they chose the date of June 29th to turn that machine off. Like, I want to know what's going on, because then they're turning that machine off for 4 years. So within that 4 years, if there's any difference with how things have been crazy and seeming like this is a simulation that's been glitching and we're shifting into different timelines and into different universes, like, I just need to know what's happening. If in that 4 years we see a difference and a change in the way that things have been happening, then we can start blaming that machine. We can start blaming the Large Hadron Collider for everything that's been going on, or at least for some of it. And I truly believe it has a part to do with everything that's currently going on and how things are just crazy, literally.
He made a good point. So we have 4 years to determine if the madness truly was because of the collider, or if we got to find something else to blame it on, or if we're all just truly misremembering, or if we all just crazy at the same time. But yeah, that's a good point he made. We got 4 years to see if things kind of level themselves out. And if they do, then okay, sir. And also, how ready are we for whatever they plan on doing in 4 years? That was a quick one. If you blink, you might have missed it. But the glasses were showing the woman kind of smiling off to the side. It looks like she was taking the picture, but she was in the picture, standing next to the guy. So, oh, that probably freaked her out.
I just experienced my first glitch in the Matrix moment. I went to Subway today for lunch. I was walking out of Subway and I had to pass a Jeep to get to my car. I noticed a younger couple sitting in this Jeep. Got in my car, sat my stuff in the passenger seat, looked up, and the young couple were getting out of their Jeep, closed the Jeep doors, and was walking up to the doors of Subway. Okay, so I looked down. I had my sandwich in my lap, unwrapped my sandwich. It took maybe 3 seconds. I mean, no time, less than 5 seconds. I look back up. That Jeep is gone. Now, it's a Honda, and 2 older people were getting out of it, closing that car's doors and walking up to the doors of Subway. It took me a good second, like, whoa. Looked all over this parking lot. The Jeep is nowhere to be seen. So you're telling me that within that 3-second time frame of me looking down, unwrapping my sandwich and looking back up, the 2 younger people turned around, got back into their Jeep, started it, drove off, and this Honda had to pull up, with how they're parked, had to pull up right beside me, parked, and were actively getting out of their vehicle and walking up towards the doors of Subway within that 3-second time frame. Make that make sense. I am just mind boggled right now. I've never had this feeling before, and I'm like, what is happening? I feel crazy right now. But yeah, I can't figure it out. I've already done eating my whole entire sandwich, and I feel like, what the heck? I still can't figure it out. It's crazy. Anyway, happy Wednesday, I guess.
It's not that I'm not convinced that something may have happened in that 3 seconds and like something changed when she looked up. It could happen. But also, I wonder, like, I can look at this 2 different ways. I wonder if maybe there was a glitch, if that's how you want to look at it, or maybe she personally like lost some time and all that stuff occurred around her, but she was kind of like frozen in time. Who knows? We can look at it both ways.
I'm about to watch Planet of the Apes, specifically the newest one. That's the 4th one, right? Yes, that is the 4th one. I'm super excited about it, and
What?
that guy. You see that guy?
Yeah. What's wrong with him?
You know what? They play too much. I feel like they was together and they they set that up.
This is the neighbor coming out, right? Peep this. Look at this. This is gonna blow y'all mind. Look, it's 7:33. She comes out the house. The NPC comes out the house with the bag. 7:33. Watch this Matrix glitch. I'm telling you, this is a simulation. It's 7:33, y'all. Okay, walks somewhere, God knows where. Boom. Now this is the time. It's clocking the time, y'all. Look what time it is. Look at the time. Come back out the house. How many minutes is that? It's the same loop. The Truman Show.
Okay, this lady picks up NPC activity on her Ring camera from 7:33 to 7:35. You see this person, she walks out the door. How did she get back in the house? And then she walks out again. But let's keep going.
It's the Truman Show. Did y'all just peep that glitch with that NPC? It's all caught on camera. Can't deny it. Boom, this gonna get crazier. Look, 4 minutes later, come back out the house with a dog. But I'm just trying to show y'all this is exactly what they don't want people to see. They being exposed.
From 7:35 to 7:40, 4 minutes later, she comes back out with a dog. Now, could there be a back door? Yes. Could there be a side door? Yes. But does it look super strange? Yes. Well, I believe that there's NPC activity going on. Absolutely. It's like catching your neighbors bringing in groceries. Do you ever see that? It's rarely seen. Or I'm sure you've seen businesses in your town or in your city that make no sense but stay open. Or have you ever noticed a grocery store or a grocery aisle has nobody in it until you arrive and then all of a sudden it's busy? These are all legitimate NPC activity. But what do you think about this Ring camera footage? You think that's NPC? Does that look strange?
Okay, so CERN was shut off today, right? Y'all always hear about those little glitches in the Matrix. I just cleaned my purse out. I clean my purse out almost daily, okay? So I know damn well I didn't have 2 of these in there. How do I have 2 now? I didn't even buy a pack of these when I originally got this pencil. I stole it from somebody. Okay? And I just kept it in my purse so I can doodle when I need to. The erasers are literally used the exact amount. I'm tripping.
There's that twin thing he was talking about. And I seen like a couple videos of people having like duplicates of stuff appear. But that means there's got to be another timeline somewhere where ain't nobody got shit. Like, can't nobody find nothing. And I feel like we might have been in that timeline at one point in time.
All right, guys, I am sitting in my car. I drive for a living, and I'm sitting here scrolling TikTok, and all of a sudden I get a weather advisory. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I do a lot of Ohio check posts, but it literally says high of 78, expect hail in the afternoon, and may get down to freezing by tonight. I've lived in Ohio my whole life, and I've never seen a more toxic weather. I don't remember a spring like this in my life. I'm really starting to believe the conspiracy theories on the government and the weather. Can you guys either co-sign my bullshit or at least debunk it?
Okay, girl. Now she funny. I'm an Ohio girl too. And that's just a normal day. That is just a normal day. You don't know what you're gonna get in the morning. You don't know what you're gonna get in the afternoon. I saw that video was from April. I don't know if it was in April. I will have to check the dates. But we did have a day where hail out of nowhere, it hailed like crazy to where people are still putting in insurance claims for it now. But the hail came in like crazy for about 20 minutes and then normal.
Kind of freaking out right now. I think there's a glitch in the matrix because look at my nails. Okay, they're all still very much there, not broken. And I literally just got done vacuuming, and I was doing something in my daughter's room, and I see a broken nail, my broken nail, right. But I still have all my nails attached. Yo, am I tripping? Because it was literally just sitting there. And I was like, whoa, my nail broke. And I looked down, and my nail is still fine. It's not broken at all. Where the heck did this broken nail come from? And I literally just vacuumed. Like not even 15 minutes ago. And it's just sitting in the floor. Dude, that's freaking strange.
Look at this. My car should be parking here, and you guys can see here there is no car. I'm at work, right? And I'm watching my car. Let me see. But then I went outside because I was like, did somebody stole my car? Guys, that is my car. The black one here is my car. This black one here, that is my car. But if I'm back again, my car is not there. It's not showing in the cameras. What's going on? Just remember, this is the front door. The one you get out, you have a door here for this hallway, and this is the front door. There is nothing, right? Nothing. Let's go and check it out. This is the door for the hallway, right? This is the door for this hallway. This is the door. And here is my car. Here is my car. There is nothing behind. There is no white cars. No white cars. What's going on?
Either somebody set the time back and paused it, or somebody's up to something and they don't want it lined up with the actual time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the camera just wasn't aligning with the actual time, because if that was real, that's insane.
So we all know today was the day that CERN was turning off. Well, I actually looked it up, and it started on the 27th. I don't know about you guys, but Saturday, I felt so off. I had to sleep like 3 hours. I was so exhausted on Saturday. But when I woke up, today is their official day of it being off. And when I woke up this morning, I found two weird things. When I went to get the eggs this morning, I get 4 eggs a day. There were 12 eggs. And I feed and water the chickens every day. So the odds of me forgetting 3 days in a row, plus there was 3 eggs today, which means I would have forgotten 4 days in a row. That's like highly unlikely. Second thing is the kitchen light switch. Now to turn it on, you have to push it down versus pushing it up. And I only have one switch on there, so it's not like it's the opposite where if you turn one it goes up and the other one goes down. I don't know what's going on. Well, I hope we jumped back into the really good timeline.
That is kind of strange, but I would not say that that's the worst problem to have. Some extra eggs, I mean, I would take it. You tell me if that one was a glitch in the Matrix.
Okay, so apparently it is my turn to share a glitch in the Matrix, unfortunately. So these are my car keys, obviously, and on my car keys is this tattered old keychain. It used to be rainbowed. It used to be very cute. It used to have 5 strands instead of 4. You can see it's like tattered. A friend made this for me in the summer of 2024 before she moved away. She lives 3 hours away. I have not seen her since she left. Since then, I've had it on my keychain, and when I reach into my bag and pull my keys out, I can feel this. That is my tactile clue. Those are my keys. And so I pull it out and said, do you want to tell me why I reached into my bag and I felt my beaded keychain, and I pull out a keychain, but there's no keys because it's this fucking thing. What the fuck is this? Where did it come from? Okay, so let's investigate. Let's do a little bit more backstory. This friend gave it to me in a unique way because we also were colleagues at the time, and we were both quitting our jobs for different reasons within a week and a half of each other. And she had her last day before mine. So on her very last day, as she's leaving the employee parking lot for the last time, she ties on the door handle of my car the little keychain. Here's a picture of what it looked like then. And it's not like she gave me 2. She gave me 1 because it was tied to the door handle. So there's that. This bag. This bag is a member's bag from the Chicago Art Institute. I got it when I renewed my membership this year, a couple of months ago. This bag did not exist when she was here. So she would have never had access to, like, put a second one in the bag or, like, no. There's no way that she had access to this bag. Has she been back since and she's just fucking with me and like dropping one in there to be whimsy to say, hey, I'm back? No, because I only take this bag to work and home. And I just started this new job last week. And I haven't even told very many people that I started a new job, let alone where I work. So she wouldn't have had access to me to know where it is. And it's always on my person. So, no, she didn't do that. And it's oddly specific. Like the structure is exactly the same. Like the knots are the same, the bead sizes are the same, the like 2 hoops are the same. These knots are like very specific. So it's the same. Nobody made a dupe to fuck with me. Like nobody in my house would have, because I have young children, and if they had beads in the house, I would know it because they'd make a fucking mess. And like, no, I didn't do this because, you see how fucking small this is? See how fucking small that is? I have ADHD. I don't have that kind of ADHD. I have the hummingbird kind of ADHD. That I cannot sit and focus on this. So, where the fuck did this come from? Make it make sense.
Somebody in a comment said it's always random stuff and never money. And that's not the first one I've heard where it's been an object that somebody made for them. So it's not like they can go out and buy a duplicate of that object. Like that was a gift, it was handmade. Why and how are there 2?
I experienced a glitch in the Matrix. Words I never thought that I would actually say. Like you see videos of people who are like, you know, I had a glitch in the Matrix. I had this item and I know that I didn't have 2. And then the second one popped up. You know those videos that I'm talking about? And part of me was like, okay, like literally anybody can say that. I'm gonna tell you my story. Like it literally, like
freaked me out. About 6 months ago, my husband was at work and he worked in a very like hot and sweaty environment. And so he was chafing in spots that he didn't want to chafe. So I went online and I bought him this. Okay. I know, funny, right? Okay. Stay with me. I bought one. And I have had one sitting on my counter for literally like 6 months. One. Yesterday, I was cleaning my counter. This was sitting where it normally is. This was behind my makeup. I have two. I have two now. My first thought was, holy crap, like, did I just experience that? So then I was like, no, I'm going to ask my husband. Maybe I accidentally ordered another one. And maybe my husband opened it without telling me. So I asked my husband and he's like, no. Nope. My son. I was like, well, maybe my son opened it and didn't tell me. So I asked my son. Nope. Mm-mm. So then I went back through my Amazon orders where I bought the original one. I only ordered one. Why did one more show up 6 months later? And then, not only that, we also found this. What this is this is the box that my husband's wedding ring came in, okay? This box was thrown away when we lived in Nebraska. Okay, my husband and I, we move around a lot. And we have been in 4 homes since the Nebraska house and then 3 other homes. No, 4 homes. We've been in 4 homes since we threw this box away. This was sitting on the island of our kitchen yesterday.
First Mandela effect, kind of nervous. Okay, so I have gone summer clothes shopping for my son maybe twice so far. I like to just get his things kind of in bulk for the summer, right? So where the fuck did these come from? I'm sitting here folding laundry. I come across these shorts. I remember buying him these shorts. Like, I remember the little brand, the blue strings. Cool. I then come across these shorts. I'm like, okay, interesting. I definitely do not remember buying 2 shorts. Then I come across these shorts. And unless I am pre-Alzheimer's, there's no way I bought 3 of the same shorts. There's just no way. There's no way.
The box thing, kind of weird. The white cars, that's crazy. A sea of white cars, that's insane. But that last one, there are so many random clothes in my house that I don't know where they came from. Like, the kids will go spend a night at a cousin's house or something like that, and then clothes get mixed up and brought back home. So I could see maybe that accounting for like 1 pair of shorts. But for her to have 3 pairs of the same shorts, something messing with her.
Making some raviolis for the baby. Make the raviolis. Go to the trash can. Throw away the raviolis, right? Tell me why. Tell me why this motherfucker is right here, because I would not have got out 2 cans for 1 baby. Where'd you come from, some bitch? You can believe what the fuck you want, but I know that there is another me somewhere in another timeline that has lost her can of fucking raviolis and is losing her shit. She's losing her shit.
I was just saying that there has to be another timeline where nobody knows where their stuff is. Because apparently right now, everybody is finding everything. Stuff is being returned. Stuff is duplicating. Somebody's timeline is somewhere screwed up.
Hey, how are you guys? It's June 30th, which is now 62 days since I left my job. In 2 months, it's been one hell of a ride, that's for sure. So I just actually finished a podcast call with, actually it was an amazing call, and now my computer's doing something crazy. It won't let me save the file. And I believe that maybe we had just such good conversation, a lot of information that was shared that maybe it wasn't ready to come out. I don't know. But I've never had my file freeze like this, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I can get this call posted, but maybe we'll have to redo it. But have you guys experienced some really crazy stuff with electronics lately? I've seen just some really weird glitches in technology, in frequency stuff. There's just been a lot of changes. A lot of stuff happened with the Schumann, a lot of stuff with the graph, a lot of stuff with people waking up and just going through some really different times. Maybe share some information with me. What have you guys experienced? What's going on? I hear that we're maybe it was yesterday, they were supposed to shut off CERN and possibly having all sorts of timeline jumps and all sorts of weird glitches. But that's what happened to me. 10 o'clock call for the podcast, and now all of a sudden my technology is not working.
Technology has definitely been glitching. The Mandela effect video that I uploaded, I had to upload it twice because the first time I uploaded it, I hadn't made any changes. Like I hadn't moved the audio in the video at all. But when I first uploaded the video, the audio was about 2 minutes off. Like the audio had shifted forward to where all of the track was like playing 2 minutes ahead of the video. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta fix this. I gotta do it again. Re-uploaded the video and it was fine. So something's definitely going on with technology.
Want to see a creepy video of possibly a glitch in the Matrix? This was sent in by someone named Lisa. She said it's fine if I use her real name. And she said she got a camera alert from her front door camera at 5:29 in the morning. She says she did not review the footage until later in the day. She was sleeping when she got the notification. But also, when you see it, which you'll see it, notice the bottom right-hand corner of the video because there's some weird movement down there afterward. So here we go. It gradually gets lighter, but the initial notification was at 5:29 a.m. And you can see the camera sort of picks up the changing light as it gets more and more into the morning, I guess. But this video was about 40 seconds long. I cut off a bunch of it. Who is that? And now look at the bottom right. Interestingly enough, she says that the boy in the photo looks a lot like her son, but it's not her son. And later that day, they received an unexpected grocery delivery of things that she wouldn't normally buy her son. And they asked around the neighborhood, they checked their apps, they had not ordered it. She said the thing in the video in the bottom right-hand corner does look to her and her son like it's grocery bags. But if that's the case, they were in the video 8 hours before they were actually delivered. Her theory is interesting. She says that her son was actually a twin in utero, but that her son's twin actually passed. And when they went over this footage and they were talking about it, her son was laughing and saying, well, maybe my twin wanted me to have some snacks. Snacks that you wouldn't buy me, Mom.
That one was interesting. That almost gets into just straight paranormal. No glitch in the Matrix, just straight paranormal. And I know that twins have that like twin telepathy thing. It would be interesting to know if that still exists, like, because we have spirits at the end of the day, so he probably still has that connection to his twin spirit. Wow, that was a good one. I'm telling you guys, we are in the timeline of abundance. Oh, we're gonna have to get into some nostalgia videos too, like going back into how things were so much better in the 90s, early 2000s, before CERN.
I have a glitch in the Matrix story for you, and I've got photos to prove it. This incident happened a few years ago. My boss was out antique shopping, and she sent me a photo, which I'm going to show you here in a second, and a text. And the photo was inside the antique store. It was on a shelf. There was like picture frames and candles. You can see little price tags on them. And she just texted, "Is this you?" So I'm going to show you that photo right now. Now keep in mind, okay, I'm 43. This photo was in 2001. I was 19. Okay, so it's a big coincidence that a photo of me from 24 years ago is in an antique shop that somebody I know happens to pass through. That's not even the glitch part of it. I have the original photo. I took that photo at Sears Portrait Studio in 2001. My grandparents, all they wanted for Christmas was just a really nice photo. I didn't have a lot of money, so I only bought one page. So I had one like large size photo and then a couple wallets. The photo at the antique shop is different. Okay, obviously it's black and white. Not only that, but the pose is different. That's the crazy part is, how did this photo manifest into existence? Sure, Sears could have taken one of the extra poses and printed it in black and white, but why? And let's say that Sears had printed it out, how would it remain in fucking circulation for 24 years? Just a little bit of context, both my parents and my grandparents, they all died years before the antique shop incident. More context, the city that the photo was taken, the city that I lived in, the city that the antique shop was in, the city that my grandparents lived in a different state, those are all different cities. Okay, the big question remains, what the fuck did my boss do with the photo? Did she ask questions? She asked the guy at the counter, apparently the antique shop has little sections inside. They're like leased out to people who sell their antiques there in their little section.
So he didn't have any information on who put the photo there, why it was there, or where they got it. I was mostly pissed off that she left me there in an ugly ass frame. I'm joking, but also not joking. She said she'd went to a bunch of different antique shops and she didn't remember exactly which one that it was in. And I went searching for that photo, and unfortunately, I never found it. The mystery remains unsolved. It's got to be some sort of glitch in the Matrix, but I'm going to put those two photos side by side and you can let me know what you think.
My first thought was, okay, maybe she's got a doppelganger that took a similar picture. Like, did you see the part in the hair? Everything about that kind of creeped me out a little bit. I wonder if it's like, okay, like Sears owns the photos. They can do whatever they want with the photos, and you can choose to buy back whichever ones you like. But that, and her saying that, like, her boss left her sitting there, I wonder if she feels like she left a piece of her in that antique shop. That's creepy.
Hi. I just had the craziest thing happen to me. So last night I was going down like rabbit hole videos of people talking about those like glitch in the Matrix moments where like they find like a random duplicate of an item that they already own that they can't explain, or they find an item that they've been looking for years in like the most obvious plain sight random spot that they've looked at every single day, you know what I mean? And it's just like there's no explanation as to how that item ended up there, like why are there now two of them, like whatever. And that shit is so spooky to me. That's never happened to me before, and I was watching them at like 1 a.m. last night and I was like, if this ever happened to me, I would freak the fuck out. Guess what just fucking happened? I just spit everywhere. So if you've been keeping up with my story about my dad here, you would know that we never found his keys, we never found his wallet or his phone or any of his personal belongings that he had on him. But with his keys specifically, we thought it was really weird because in the body cam footage of the car accident that my dad was in before he went missing, my dad and the police officers were looking everywhere trying to find his keys because obviously he had them on him. He was just driving his car and they weren't in his car. They weren't on his car anywhere. They didn't find them on the ground, and the tow company was like, you know what? We don't even need the keys. We're going to drag the car anyways, like whatever. So his keys were never found. And this whole time we thought that was so weird, and we were like out with metal detectors while we were searching, looking for his shit, and we never found his keys. So today I go to the tow yard where my dad's car still is, and I'm going through the car and I'm just getting the last of my dad's personal items out of there so that they can get rid of the car. And as I was doing this, I'm standing there talking to one of the tow yard employees and we're chatting and whatever. And he goes, oh, do you need these keys? Guess what this motherfucker found? My dad's fucking car keys that we spent months looking for. And guess where they were? Sitting on the hood of his car. Sitting on the hood of his car in this little, like, kind of like a little crevice in between the hood and the windshield where they, like, meet. There's a space right there and the keys were just, like, laying right in it. You cannot tell me that nobody noticed that this entire time. And the guy picked up the keys and he was like, I swear to God, I just saw them sitting there as we were just standing here talking. I just glanced down and they were sitting there like this, and he like put them where they were. And I was like, first of fucking all, I have so many, like, of course my brain is going into logical mode and I'm like, I have so many questions. First of all, if my dad, let's say like after the car accident, my dad took his keys and threw them onto the hood of his car, whatever, after he got out of the car. How did they stay in that spot while his car was getting towed? How did they not move at all? Also, we had so many police officers and detectives come and search my dad's car while it was in a tow yard. You cannot tell me not one of them didn't notice the keys sitting on the hood because they were also looking for his shit. So I'm sitting here like, I cannot find an explanation as to how no one found these. We have been looking for these keys the entire time. Of course, it doesn't make a difference now, but now I'm like, after spending all last night watching these like glitch in the Matrix videos of people looking for shit that they've been looking for years and ends up in a spot where they definitely would have seen it. Like, of all items, of course it's the thing that we were looking for this whole time. I can't help but be like, of course this is another like jab from my dad. Like, I feel like he's pranking me right now. He's pranking all of us. He's probably watching me make this video right now and is cackling from above.
I got some stories to tell, but the goal is for us to watch other people's stories. But I do have to tell this one story. The universe, if you ask for something, is so odd. I feel like eventually it'll show up. It'll show up so random. I had this ring. I lost this ring when I was pregnant with my son. And I knew I lost it next to my dresser in my room. And so I'm like, don't judge me, y'all. But I'm like, I can't vacuum until I find this ring. So I just got to keep looking for it. I got to keep looking for it. So I looked for it for a couple days. Every time I would look in that corner, everything that was in that corner, there was a door right there. And I looked behind the door, all in the crevices, everything. I couldn't find this ring. So I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and vacuum and just say, forget it. It's lost. I can't find it. A couple weeks later, the ring, I kid you not, and it wasn't like it was in the carpet or tucked into the corner. It was just laid on top of the carpet next to the dresser after I had forgotten about it, after I had vacuumed, after I had just let it be and let it go. The ring was sitting right there where I knew it was, but it wasn't though. Like, it wasn't. So I understand, and I feel like the universe will return some things to you, and it don't make no sense.
If you were born on or around 1996, I'm about to show you that we all live in a simulation. In 1996, R. Kelly came up with the song I Believe I Can Fly, and we as people, not R. Kelly, we came up with a remix to that song, and I'm going to sing a little bit of it, and I want you in the comments, I want you to type what you remember coming after what I'm about to say. I believe I can fly. I got shot by the FBI. Now, when you finish typing, go read the comments, and I want you to tell me, how is it that people from all around the United States or the world remember almost word for word the exact same thing? And just to give you guys a little bit of idea on time frame, MySpace, a well-known social media platform, came out in like 2003, 2006. So in 1996, that was the young age of the internet. All we did was go on there to get information and play video games. That was literally it. There was no going viral. There was no sharing. There was nothing in 1996. Really, not even in MySpace time frame. So can someone tell me, once you read these comments, how is it that almost word for word we all came up with this same version of this remix with no connection to one another?
Let's scroll through real quick some of these comments. I don't know if it's like a thing where people are mimicking what they see in the comments, but when I say, now I used to say all I wanted was some collard greens, and then I would say the chicken wings after, but it's all the same. It's all the same. And he makes a valid point. And I was just thinking about that not too long ago. How do we all collectively have the same childhood before the internet, and not the typical things that we were like mimicking from seeing on TV, but like the same childhood? And I know sometimes, like a cousin will go out of town and they'll be like, oh, okay, I know this song. Let me teach you this song. And then it kind of starts to spread. But it that that's so interesting. He makes a really interesting point. We're gonna go ahead and end off today's video right here. We'll be back in the next video, and I think we're gonna talk about some situations where the police were not able to solve the crime, but the internet was. So that's what's coming up next. I appreciate you guys. If you made it to this point in the video, please leave me a comment and let me know you stuck with me through the entire thing. I'm so grateful for the community that we're building. The channel is actually growing significantly fast for like a brand new out the gate channel. We've only been around now for like 4 days. So I'm loving this family that we're building. Use the comment section, use the community tab to spark up conversation with each other, with me. I just want to keep the family growing, keep the channel growing. I'm so grateful for you guys for being here. Next video will be coming in the next couple days, but until then, if you missed any other videos that were already put out there, go ahead and check them out. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.